Home Depot, people just shopping, fixing up their houses. You remember the chaos? About a year and a half ago, couldn't even get fence boards, couldn't even get a 2x4 unless you paid an arm and a leg. But those prices have mellowed out. Now, sure, they're still inflated, but they've mellowed out. And now there's a CEO warning, a warning from a CEO, a past CEO of Home Depot, and there is no other CEO, in my opinion, that understands the depth and how the economy works when it comes to the strength and weakness, understanding the strength and weakness of an economy. Why? That's because the housing market is the #1 indicator of the strength of the economy. And this company, Home Depot, knows before you know if the economy is crashing, and that's what's happening right now. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. This is live stream number two. Guys, got my notes, ready to rock and roll. We're gonna be talking about a warning from the CEO of Home Depot. And this is a past CEO, one of the CEOs that built this company, and it's big. It's big information, it's good information, and it's the kind of information we wanna constantly be keeping ourselves abreast with, because it strengthens and reinforces our theories, our hypothesis that the economy is going down and we want to be prepared for it, okay? We want to be prepared and not scared. That's why I am getting ready to absolutely crush it in the housing market, and this is a great indicator of what's going on. All right, so here we go. Sorry, people, it's traffic. I got to be careful. Ow! All right, here we go. All right, former Home Depot CEO says U.S. businesses have more uncertainty now than in more than 50 years. Former Home Depot CEO Bob Nardelli reacts to the economy weighing on voters' minds before the thick of the 2024 campaign. Well, isn't that nice? Because right now, Joe Biden's out there telling you that the economy's strong. Let me know down in the comments section what you think of the economy and Joe Biden. All right. With economic pressure at the forefront of voters' minds, one American business leader warned President Biden about being overconfident on U.S. fiscal health. I've been at this business for 52 years, and I think that I see more uncertainty now than I've ever seen in our country in running corporations across the broad sector of businesses. Former Home Depot CEO Bob Nardelli said on Cavito Coast to Coast on Monday. He says, I was just in LA a couple weeks ago. I paid $6.43 a gallon for gas. So it still has a lot of pressure on us out there, he added. We hear about UPS potentially going on strike and some of the other things that are out there with the United Auto Workers. So I think we have more uncertainty. A new Fox Business poll released Sunday showed just over half of primary voters say now think about this. This is absolutely crazy to me. Over half of primary voters say that economic issues such as inflation, jobs, and taxes will be the most important thing in deciding their vote for the nomination, which was 51%. So do you believe the Fox Business poll? Put yes or no. I do not believe it. I do not believe that just a mere 51% of voters care about inflation, care about prices or the economy. I believe 90-something% of them are concerned with that. I don't believe that crap at all. And I'm going to be honest with you. I believe only 10% care about making sure Trump doesn't get in, because they're afraid of the truth. And the truth is what sets you free. And that's what I keep trying to bring to you guys. It says here, Americans are getting poorer as expenses surge. Foreign policy and defense issues, migration issues such as border security, and social issues like abortion, religion, and gender tie in for a second at 12% each. Populist issues such as corruption and elite power rank at the bottom with 7%. Well, it doesn't that figure. Nardelli encouraged Republicans to take a dominant campaign stance on improving the state of the economy. What we see is the level of dissatisfaction and uncertainty with this administration in going forward, the business leader said. And he is a business leader. Like I said before, the CEO and the founders of Home Depot have always known beforehand when there is about to be a boom in the economy and when there is a bust coming. Why? Because it shows in their annual and quarterly earnings. All right, now remember, Home Depot came out, and Lowe's in their quarterly earnings releases back in fourth quarter of this last year and the first quarter of this one, and started warning about the consumer has changed. And that was that they're regressing into defensive sort of purchases at their home retail centers. They can't afford to go and do these fancy remodels. They're just fixing things as they break, right? Then you see that cascade in house prices follow. It's actually a really cool indicator of this. Also, by the way, if you guys want to take advantage of the real estate crash course, 80% off, links down below. It's only 199 bucks. There you go. 28 lessons, and I'm going to keep adding lessons as time goes on. Says here, though inflation dropped in June to its lowest pace in more than 2 years. Dude, let me ask you this, because we all know that inflation hasn't dropped. It is dropped deflationary. We're seeing housing rents come down, housing costs come down because, but the cost of, like, the price of the home drops, but going and buying the house, the cost of the insurance, the mortgage, the tax, and all that kind of stuff is still at elevated prices, right? So we're seeing these little deflationary spikes. Sure, yeah. There's sales on big screen TVs right now. Cool. Do you really care about a big screen TV, or do you care more about the price of eggs and the price of milk? Honestly, tell me that truth. That is the truth. That's what the American public is seeing. So I don't believe any of this crap numbers. I do understand that there's deflationary spikes down. I've talked about that before. That is normal during a downturn in an economy. But by and large, inflation really hasn't gone down, right? The Federal Reserve's not doing its job. It says here, providing welcome relief for American consumers have been crushed by relenting price increases. Biden's lost influence will turn his supporters away, Nardelli argued. Well, I completely agree with that. Former Home Depot and Chrysler CEO Bob Nardelli says his bank sources seem confident inflation's hard landing. Did you hear that? His sources. So one of the largest CEOs in the country, right? Ex-CEO of Home Depot, CEO of Chrysler, says his bank sources, those are better than my bank sources. Hey, by the way, I need some new bank sources. And you guys are really high up in banks, let me know. Email me down below. Are confident that inflation's hard landing will come later this year. So they're saying, oh, don't worry, inflation's going to stop. Well, you're right. They are actually correct. See, I like that word hard landing, because inflation's going to fall because everyone's going to stop spending. They're going to go to nothing. Zero spending. Why? Because everybody's dirt broke. And that's the exciting part, because then there's still people that need to sell things, and there are going to be a few people that want to buy things. Hopefully that's all of Ninja Nation, all over here just vying, getting ready to buy up cars, homes, and things like assets, real assets, right? Cars aren't assets. Homes, real estate, land, water, oil, things like that. Then everybody's running for the exits over here. Ninja Nation just slides on in. So we got this. He says here, we still have a multitude of uncertainties that we're facing. Number one, we still have a growing lawless society. I completely agree with that. We need to stop that right now. Crime is out of control, he said. We still have a border issue. Yeah, we need to seal that border. I think our energy reserve is down 40%. It's at an all-time low that we're facing. Labor unrest. We can see UPS, for example, go on strike, which would have a devastating impact on the economy. It sure would. Speaking to a crowd of union supporters Thursday in Philadelphia, Biden appeared to tout economic progress that he's already made. Isn't that nice? Well, he is a moron. I am not here to declare victory. Oh, wait, this is from President Dante, Jeff Morgan. I am not here to declare victory. We got a long way to go in the economy, President Biden said. I'm here to say we have more work to do. We have a plan that's turning things around pretty quickly. Bidenomics is just another way of saying restore the American dream. And the American dream, the reality, is a bunch of bankers that want to rob everything from you. That's not my American dream. I'm sure it's not yours. My American dream is to see you independent, completely debt-free, and then using debt in proper entities like corporations, limited liability companies, things like that, that help you manage risk, do it right, do it legal. That's what the bankers did, and I want you to enjoy those tax benefits. I want you to go get rich. I don't give a crap about another bank getting bigger. As a matter of fact, I do give a crap. I don't want to see it, because they have become too big to fail. Guys, I hope you got something out of this. The CEO of Home Depot and Chrysler has told you that things are bad and they're going to get worse. And I'm telling you, they always say things too lightly. They're not the ninja, telling you like it is. All right, guys, thank you to everybody that hit the thumbs up. I am now leaving to go to live stream number 3, so stand by. The Economic Ninja is out.